That's Dennis Circle. Lovely guy. And he was in the signal section of the 2nd 4th Essex, and he was one of us 200 who were transferred to the Dorsets, and he became a rifleman, and he died on Hill 112.
He was one of the men who you would say was a man and you were a boy.
Oh yes, he was a territorial before the war, like my brother was. He was 22 to my 18, so Dennis would be about the same time. They were distinctly men. They talked marriage and that sort of thing, yeah. Whereas we had girlfriends and things. We were youngsters.
So he was like your mentor, really, wasn't he?
In signals work, all the other guys were nice, but he came to me several times and said, if there's anything you don't understand, anything that's beyond you, just come and ask. I think I can help you. Because I was a young signaller, I'd just learned it, you know, and he'd been at it for years. And he met a girl from the Middlesbrough phone exchange over the telephone at night, arranged to go in and meet her, and did. Absolutely fell for each other, and he had the photograph. She was wearing a hat, I remember, in the picture. She was dressed for a party or going to church or something. Distinctly wanted to get married, but he said no, not till after the war. They never did.
He died, Ken, on
Hill 112.
On the 10th of July.
Yeah, 2 days after I was captured.
So
when my brother was wounded, either that day or the next day.
So you didn't discover until after the war that he'd been killed?
Long after the war. Yeah. I don't really remember how I learnt.
No.
But, and there probably are others here, but I don't know.
You've dedicated your life to not necessarily always telling your story, but actually going into schools and talking about what your experiences. How important?
That's come later.
Has it?
Yes.
And what was the drive for that?
I used to attend once a month at Whalley Chapel. There was a military service. One of the girls there who was a clerk in the office, and she was something to do with school. And she said to me one time, would you come and talk to our pupils? So I said, what about, dear? The war and what you did and what you... I'm no hero. No, just come and tell your story. I went up to Tiptree and spoke to them. They were tickled pink.
That sowed a seed in you to want to do...
Yeah. I go in now and all the children are sitting 120, anything between 90 and 120, sitting on the floor. Yeah. They all jump up, hello, Grandad Ken. And that stems from the first time they came. They said, is there a fee? So I said, no, I'm not a professional speaker. Yeah. Yes, there is a fee. I want the children to write me a letter. So at the end of my talk, I said, now, you've got to do some work. Your next English lesson, I want you each to write to me and tell me what you didn't like about my talk, what you did like, and what you want to be when you grow up. Whatever you become,
yes.
If there's anything you can do, any contribution you can make to keep peace,
yes.
You do it.
Yes.
It's the most important thing in your life. You keep peace.